Hello, in the late 80s, I was still living in Rochester, Minnesota, and I believe 1987 into 1988. A little bit over a year, I worked at a business called Barlow's Grocery Store. It was the nicest grocery store in town. They had people like me bagging groceries for customers, and we'd put the groceries in a grocery bags and tubs that would go on a conveyor that would go underground out to a canopy, and people could drive up and get their groceries. We just gave them, cards that would go with their numbered tub. Anyway, I got to know a lot of the different people working there. There was some older ladies working there that were paid pretty good and had pensions. Among them was a lady named Shirley. Shirley was an interesting woman. She could be funny at times, and she could be a little bit difficult every once in a while. But I liked bagging groceries for Shirley and hearing different stories that she would share with customers. And then I got another job in the daytime next to Barlow's grocery store at a Napa Auto Parts. And I transitioned my schedule at the Barlow's grocery store to evenings. I literally could just walk from one place to the next. I could almost throw a rock from the west wall of the Barlow's grocery store to the east wall of the Napa Auto Parts. They were very close to each other. So there I was, delivering auto parts in the daytime for Napa next door, and then just walk next door and bag groceries at Barlow's grocery store. And eventually I got tired of working so much, and I quit the job at Barlow's grocery store. And not too long after that, one morning, after I got to Napa Auto Parts, a little bit later, Shirley parked her car in the parking lot between Napa and Barlow's. And her car was pointed west towards Napa, and she left her headlights on. I believe it was a busy day that day at Napa, and I remembered that was Shirley's car. I saw the headlights on, and I asked my boss at Napa, the owner of Napa there, his name was Ed, asked him, can I use the phone and call Barlow's and tell them that Shirley left her headlights on? And he says no. And then I says, what? But it's going to run her battery down, and it's going to need a jump. And he says, well, we can sell her a new battery. And my coworkers around me, kind of chuckled hearing that, and I just like, oh boy. And I had been out delivering parts for Napa, and I literally thought about just stopping quick over at Barlow's grocery and running in and say, Shirley, you left the headlights on in your car. But my boss at Napa was so very controlling of the work that even he could tell if you took 30 seconds too long to make your delivery run. He was very controlling, very smart, very watched the clock a lot. So I didn't stop by Barlow's to tell Shirley she left her headlights on. So a few days later, I'm in Barlow's grocery getting some food. Shirley sees me, and immediately she reacts. She was angry. She says, boy, I left my headlights on and you didn't say anything. And I told her the story about, yeah, I saw them, and I asked my boss if I could call over here and tell someone to tell you that you left your headlights on, and he says no. And then Then she told me the, the battery in her car was brand new, and by the time she came out to her car that afternoon, the battery was completely dead. She called AAA to get a jump start, and the battery was so gone that the car wouldn't even jump start. She had to have her car towed to a repair shop to get a new battery. So she spent money on another new battery on her car and had to pay for the towing also. And then after I told her that my boss refused to let me call over, she says, I'm never going to do business with him ever again. She was mad. Shirley was really, really mad. But I just, my boss Ed, maybe he was trying to be funny. I don't know. He wasn't being considerate or concerning. Ed was, well, anyway, he was a difficult person to work with. I'm not going to go into great detail any more than this because, well, he could see this video someday here on YouTube. So, anyway, he lost a customer that day. She probably told her neighbors and her friends what happened. And you think they would have gone to Napa Auto Parts to get batteries for their cars? No. Well, Ed did that to Shirley, so I'm going to go somewhere else. So someday when you do things like that, it'll catch up with you. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.